Hey buddy, hello and welcome to another wonderful class today. It's nice having you. How have you been? Okay, the topic we have today before us is pitch. Pitch. We're going to be looking at pitch in music. All right? Because we have different forms of pitches. You have it when you are talking. So you talk about how high or low your talking tone is. Then also we have it when we are singing and other forms of pitches. So pitch in music today is the high or low frequency of sound. So defining a pitch in a simple way is that pitch is the high or low frequency of a sound. It's the way it comes. Pitch is the quality that makes it possible to judge sounds as higher and lower in the sense associated with musical melodies. So as you sing, pitch helps you to what? Understand that this sound is high or the sound is low. So when you have two notes like the one we have to the left side of this slide, you find out that one is higher than the other. One is what? Higher than the other. Music is principally written with symbols specifying pitch and symbols specifying timing. So we have two ways that you can understand music in a written form. One, specify what? Pitch, and the other, specify what? Timing. So there are two ways that music can help you understand how to sing. Now let's look at these two ways. The symbols indicating pitch gives instructions on whether sounds are high or low or anywhere in between. We have ranges in terms of singing, especially in the choir. You have soprano, alto, tenor, and bass. So if we take soprano and alto, you find out that soprano is higher than alto. But in between, you have what we call the contra-alto. So the first one here, we says symbol indicating pitch give instructions on whether sounds are high or low or anywhere in between. But symbols indicating timing provide instructions on when and how long to play or sing a song. So one is talking about what? Pitch. One is talking about timing. And we said the one that talks about pitch is telling you how high or low the song can be or in between. But symbols indicating timing provide instructions on how long, okay, you are to play or when you are to play or sing a song. All right. Other definitions of pitches can be one, highness or lowness of sound, which we've talked about. You can also still say two, pitch is the amount or level of something as a feeling. I talked about pitch in the way you talk. So your talking brings excitement reached at a high pitch. It's like they give you something or you just got something by surprise. You got a news that is so surprising, interesting, and powerful. It's not going to be the way you're going to talk. I'm sure when you shout out for excitement, your voice range is louder than when you are talking just like the way I'm talking now. So three, also pitch can increase in scale or tone, etc. When we say increasing in scale or tone, we are trying to talk now about you singing like the sofa notes, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so for mi, re, do. When you are excited like this, you can't be talking the way I am talking. All right, so I want us to watch a video also to get a deeper understanding. So let's watch. I'll be right back to conclude this class. See you.
Pitch is the name we give to any fixed sound. In fact, like many other animals, we humans have a pretty finely tuned sense of pitch. Even those of us who don't think we're terribly musical have an amazing ear for it. We use very subtle changes in pitch all the time when we speak. For example, when I make a statement like this, "That present is for me," my voice descends in pitch. But I could say the same words like this, "That present is for me." Suddenly, the same words have become a question because my voice has risen in pitch at the end. That rise in pitch, or inflection, is really very small, much smaller than most changes of pitch in music, but we get the point straight away. So, if you're ever feeling a little bit bamboozled by the apparent difficulty of music, Just remember that deep down you are a natural-born musician with very clever ears. Anyway, the changes in pitch that we've looked at here are quite tiny, but we are used to some pretty whopping differences in our daily lives. Compare the very high pitch of a football whistle with the low sonorous rumble of thunder. Many instruments, including the human voice, are capable of a more or less infinite range of different pitches from top to bottom. Listen to this note on the clarinet and how it slides to the top of its range, an effect, incidentally, that we call a glissando. This example comes from the start of a famous piece for piano and orchestra called Rhapsody in Blue. It's by the American 20th century composer George Gershwin. Singers can do this too, of course, as can players of stringed instruments like the violin or the cello. To make sense of this potentially huge range of pitch, music has a very simple system of notes with letter names. We'll understand this better if we look at the piano keyboard. The notes on the keyboard are given the names of the letters A to G. When you get to G, you just start again with A, and so on. Most people can find middle C on the piano. To get to the same note again in either direction, up or down, you just have to work through 8 notes. For example, if I go up from C, the order of notes is as follows: C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. This series of 8 notes from any note to the next one with the same name is called an octave. Instruments, like the violin, for example, tune themselves up so that they can organize the sounds they make. When an orchestra tunes up, all the instruments are making sure that their A is the same. This A is sometimes called a concert A. When the orchestra has finished this vitally important procedure, all the instruments will be able to play the same notes clearly and accurately. Their notes will be in tune. Only when they have tuned up can they begin to play.
Welcome back, buddy. What did you learn from today's class? I need you to drop 1 or 2 things you learned from the topic of today, pitch, on our note box. Is that okay? All right. Like for me, I looked at the scale. I said it's high or low. So when you're singing, you can sing C, D, E, F, G, A, B, which is the same thing as Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. All right, that's mine. I learned that pitch can be in highness or lowness. So I want to also hear what you learned about this class. Okay, it's time for us to take our quiz. The time is counting. It's ticking up. It's ticking down. So I need you to go through your quizzes and make it possible. Let me say thank you for being a part of our class today. You know how exciting it's always been. I'll be seeing you in our next class, but until then, eat. Bye.